Welcome back to the Law Show. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago, answering all your questions on 89 WLS. It's the Law Show. You hear the Law Show every single Saturday at 10 a.m. It's me, Brian Dailey, founder of the Dailey Law Firm, host of the Law Show, answering your legal questions. All you have to do is call 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469, and I will answer all those questions for you. It doesn't really matter what it is. My preferred area, what I do most of my work in, is litigation, and litigation means going to court. And normally what I go to court on is injury cases, medical malpractice cases, white-collar criminal cases, and also business litigation cases. But there's lots of other things I can do. And once you know how to litigate a case in court, you can litigate pretty much any kind of case. Those are just my preferred areas. So if you've been injured in your money or in your person, today's the day you want to call me at 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. You can also email your questions to questions@thelawshow.com, and I'll answer those questions for you. And if you are near a computer or you're going to be near a computer, tune in at thelawshow.com, click on the Watch Live Video link, and you'll see me answering questions right now, as I do every single Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on 89 WLS. I want to just get back on my soapbox and remind everybody, every single week I get a call or an email from somebody who has heard this or should have heard it years ago, that if you think you may have some sort of a case, you need to get on top of it right away, even if you ultimately don't have a case. There's things called statutes of limitations. What that means is that you only have so much time to make your claim. For example, for an injury case, it's 2 years in Illinois. If you were injured, if you're a resident of Illinois and you were injured somewhere else, like, say, Colorado or Florida or Germany, there's always statute of limitations that apply. You need to get in touch with a lawyer immediately and find out what your statute of limitation is, and start the process of determining, going through your decision tree to determine if it's worth pursuing. First of all, do you have something? And if you do have something, is it worth pursuing in court? It may be, it may not be. I don't know. That's a decision for you to make, but you can't make that decision unless you get to a lawyer and talk to that person about what kind of a case you've got and what you've got to do in order to pursue that case. And the other thing is, you should always look for a lawyer who's willing to sit down and talk with you for no charge, like we do at the Dailey Law Firm. We give a free initial consultation, and I've had initial consultations, go literally for weeks while my clients make a determination as to whether or not they want to pursue something that may be difficult for them to decide. We're here to help you. We're not here to take your money out of your pocket. Of course, we do have to keep the lights on. But we're here to help you. We're here to have a relationship with you. That's what we really want. And so we want you to call us at 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. We're going to go to the phones right now, and we're going to talk to Mary. Mary, welcome to the Law Show.
Hi.
What can I do for you, Mary?
I have a question on bankruptcy.
Okay.
We have a judgment on somebody, and they're in process of filing bankruptcy.
Yep.
Does that affect the judgment?
It
does.
It depends. More likely than not, your judgment's going to go away. But if
how can we avoid that?
Well, the only way that you can really avoid that is by challenging it and saying that they owe you as a result of some sort of fraud or criminal charge or something like that. What's the basis of the judgment?
A loan that we made to somebody. They were supposed to pay it back, and they didn't pay it back.
Yeah,
so we took them to court, and the judgment was placed.
Yep. I don't think you're going to be able to get anywhere with that, and I'm sorry about that. I wish I could help you out on that, but the bankruptcy is going to destroy that, okay?
Okay. And there's nothing, no legal action we can take before it goes into bankruptcy?
Have they already started a bankruptcy?
We got a letter in the mail saying they were filed bankruptcy.
So you got a notice from the bankruptcy court saying that they had filed for bankruptcy?
Correct.
That means you're cooked. You're done. There's nothing you can do. Just chalk it up to bad debt. Next time, see a lawyer before you loan the money. How much did you loan?
It was $9,000.
That's a lot of money. That's worth spending $500 to $1,000 to get the right paperwork from a lawyer to help avoid a later result like this. Okay, so next time, sit down and talk with a lawyer that's willing to do that for no charge, like we do at the Daily Law Firm, and let them tell you how to protect yourself and let them help protect you. Okay.
Yeah, it was a son and daughter-in-law, and then they decided to get divorced.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that.
So,
Which one's filing for bankruptcy?
the daughter-in-law.
And your son is
Yeah,
still
the son
available.
paid. Well, it was $17,000 altogether, and
Right.
then fees, court costs, stuff like that. Her fee, they split it in half, and hers was $9,000.
Right.
She paid about $1,000 on it, and c'est la vie.
Well, I'm sure sorry that you've gone through that. I can't do anything about it now. I'm sorry, but tell your son that he needs to pay the remainder. Okay.
Well, that's what I figured.
Well, that's what he should do.
All
So
righty.
thanks for calling the Law
All
Show.
righty, I appreciate it.
We're going to continue answering all your legal questions at 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. That's 855-529-7469. We're going to talk to Chris. Chris, welcome to the Law Show.
Hi, Brian. How you doing?
Good. What can I do for you, Chris?
Well, you had made a comment. I just turned the radio on about, in Illinois, the requirement for both parents in a divorce to have equal responsibility for college expenses.
Yeah.
And I guess my question is, what if one parent's got the financial wherewithal to send the kid anywhere and the other is barely scraping by, and can prove that financially? Where does the law come into play on that?
Well, the court does have some discretion to level that playing field. What you need to do is, I'm assuming that you're the one that is just scraping by. What you need to do is you need to scrape up enough money to get a lawyer to represent those things to the court so that you can do your best to avoid getting hit heavier than your ex-spouse. But, I mean, obviously you want to help pay for your kid's college, right? Because that's a great thing.
Sure.
That's a great thing to do.
Yeah, that's not the problem. I'd love my kid to go where they want, but in today's economy, with the, I certainly don't want to have to borrow, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or to be forced to borrow when I'm, just kind of getting by. So I want the kid to go where he wants to go, but then there's a financial equation that comes into play with the cost of college now, and the ability to get a job when they come out. So I get all that, but I'm just trying to be reasonable about where he goes versus just saying write a check wherever you want to go is fine.
Right. And, well, the thing is that the court's going to take those things into consideration. So let's say, for example, your son wants to go to USC, right?
Right.
He doesn't have the greatest grades in the world, and he tends to be more of a partier. Well, the court's going to take that into consideration and say, well, maybe we should start at the community college first and see how you do and increase your grades, because the court's not going to make you spend money where it's unreasonable. But you have to get in the courthouse doors. You got to have good representation in order to make sure that whatever happens is something that is the right thing to happen. Okay.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Hey, listen, if you want to sit down and talk with Deborah Crane, who handles all the divorce and those issues in my office in Chicago, just call us at 855-LAW-SHOW and schedule an appointment, okay?
Okay. Thanks a lot, Brian.
All right. Have a great day. Thanks for calling the Law Show. We're going to continue answering all your legal questions at 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. That's 855-529-7469. I'm going to talk to Deborah now. Deborah, you're on the Law Show.
Hi. I have a quick question, hopefully. How do you find a lawyer that's licensed in more than one state? The states I'm thinking of are Illinois and Alabama.
Why do you need a lawyer licensed in more than one state?
This is a property that was left to us in a will.
Right.
And there's someone who's living in there, and we need some help.
I'm still confused. Why do you need a lawyer in Illinois, licensed in Illinois and Alabama?
We went to a lawyer in Illinois.
Okay.
She said there's nothing she can do. We need a lawyer that's licensed in both states so that she can work with us and work with the property in Alabama.
See, I disagree with that, okay?
Really?
Yeah. You clearly need to have a lawyer who's capable of going to Alabama and representing your interests. Now, there's something called pro hoc vice. What that means is it's actually an old Latin term. It means for this one only case, right? And so you ask the court, Hey, I'm Brian Dailey. These clients of mine represent or hired me in Illinois, and I've got offices in Illinois and Michigan. I'm actually licensed in Michigan, Illinois, and Iowa. But they have issues down in Alabama, and they'd like me to take care of these. May I, Your Honor, come in and take care of these issues? Now, that's not necessarily the right thing to do in every single case. For example, if your case involves a multi-million-dollar piece of property that's being destroyed, then clearly you want somebody good, and it doesn't matter where they come from.
Right.
But if you're dealing with a very small piece of property and a holdover tenant or something like that, something that's worth under $10,000, then you just want to get a lawyer down there. Now, I don't understand why is it you need two different lawyers, one in Michigan or one in Illinois and one in Alabama. Is there an estate that's open right now, or what?
It's an open estate, yes.
And is it opened in Illinois?
It's still open here because in Alabama, we had one of the heirs pass away.
Yeah.
Which in Alabama law, it has to stay open for 2 years.
Yeah.
The property's in Alabama.
Right. So you just need to shut the property down if that's what you want to do, right? Do you guys want to sell the property or you want to hold on to it?
We have a woman there who's living there who's been rent-free for over a year, and it's uninsured.
Well, that's something that's...
There's a lot of stuff going on with this.
Yeah, that's something that's really easy to take care of. Why don't you hold on for just a second? I'm Brian Dailey. I'm broadcasting live from High Atop the Law Show studios in the Windy City, Chicago on 89 WLS, answering all your legal questions at thelawshow.com. Just call 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. You can also email your questions to questions@thelawshow.com. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be answering all your legal questions. Stay tuned.